everybody, and welcome to Art Adventures at Home. Today's project, we're going to be making a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers. This would make a perfect Mother's Day gift since it's that time of year, or just a nice decoration for your house. These are easy to make, and you only need a couple supplies. First, you're going to need an egg carton, some sticks. You can use these bamboo skewers that you might use for your barbecuing, or you can pick up some sticks in your backyard. You can use anything, even some toothpicks, a pair of scissors, some paint. I'm going to use a few different colors: white, brown, green, red, and yellow. Some tacky glue, or if you don't have that, regular white glue will work. And, of course, a paintbrush. We're also going to do, if you want to put your flowers into a vase, you can either use a vase or you can use a plastic cup or a recycled jar. If you use a cup, it's going to be a little light, so we're going to need to put some rocks that you can pick up from outside in there to weight it down. And I'm also going to use some shredded paper from my paper shredder, or you can tear some paper into strips. That's going to be the filler for around our flowers. So the first thing we're going to need to do is start cutting up our egg carton. So I'm going to take it, open it up, cut off the lid. Let's go straight across. We'll set that aside, we don't need that. And now I'm going to cut off this little flap over here. Okay, we don't need that either. Then I'm going to go straight across these cups on both sides. So we're going to go down, across. Because if you look at this egg carton, these are going to be some nice lily shapes for the petals of our lilies. It's a little tricky. You might tear a little bit, but that's okay. Some flowers are a little ruffly. Okay. Then I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Cut straight across. This might be a little tricky. You could ask your parents for help with it. But if you just go slow, it's not that hard. Just watch your fingers. Okay. One more. Okay. Then we'll set that aside. So now that we have this part, that we want these to be our lily petals, I'm going to cut this part off. We're going to cut straight across these round cups. Then you're going to get a shape like this. Already looks like a lily, right? This one tore a little bit, so I'm just going to set that to the side. And I'm going to do another one. Okay. And then we're going to cut out another one. Set these aside. If you tore any, just set those aside. You can use the other ones. You can use those for additional petals. Okay, so that kind of looks like a lily to begin with, but we want it to look like this when we make our finished product. So I'm going to cut out this part. So that we're going to leave them all connected at the bottom, but I'm going to cut out the in between. Like that. All the way around so that we have 4 petals. And then look at it. Do you like how those are shaped? I kind of like how they're shaped. They look like regular petals. Then I'm going to cut my second one. Cut out in between each petal. We're just cutting a little triangle out. Now we have our two lily shapes. So I'm going to take my tacky glue and I'm going to put some right in the middle, just like that. Then I'm going to take my other one and put that so that these petals fit in between the bottom petals. You can slide it around a little bit. We'll just pinch that so that it sticks. Looks like a lily. You can bend them down a little bit, shape it. Then I'm going to take one of my skewers and I'm going to put some glue on the end of it. And I'm going to stick this into the hole in the center. Just be a little careful that you don't poke yourself. Okay. Just like that. You can also put a little more glue on the inside just to stick it down. Okay. So we have our lily shape. Now we're going to set that aside and I'm going to show you how to make a tulip. Just like these. My finished product. For that we're going to take these cup parts that we had and I'm going to cut around it and make these into petals. We're going to round them off just like that. It has a little, we don't want them perfectly even because that looks a little more natural. I'm going to cut another one. You can make any different kind of flower using egg cartons. Just be creative, use your imagination. With these same petals you can make roses like these, and you can do, this lily has 3 layers, so you could also do that. Or you can make daffodils, that's those same petals but using the middle of one of these cups. I'll show you that one next. I'm going to keep cutting my petals. Okay. Let me do this whole strip just so that we have enough to work with. And our last one. Okay, then I'm going to take my skewer and I'm going to put some glue on it. This is what we're going to start with to start building our tulip. And I'm going to put a little glue here on the bottom. Wrap that around and pinch it. Pinch it right around like that. We'll hold it for a second or two. Okay. Then I'm going to put some more glue here and take another petal and pinch that around. Okay, once that's good and stuck on there, give it a little more time to stick. Okay, then I'm going to take another petal and we're just going to keep working our way. So the way tulips have, they have 2 petals like this, then 2 petals like that. Okay. And I'm going to do one more here. Sometimes they don't stick the best, but just keep pinching it around. Okay, there, now we have a tulip. Another flower you see a lot this time of year are daffodils. So for those we're going to need 5 of these, so you can keep cutting your other ones out. 4 or 5, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to take the center of one of these lily shapes. I'm going to use this one because I tore it, so that I can have that cone that sticks out in the center. So I'm just going to keep this bottom piece. And I'm going to kind of cut little ruffles in that. Because if you've ever seen a daffodil, you know how they have that scalloped edge in the center. You can do fine tuning to these as much as you want. These are your flowers, and you can add anything to them you want. I'm going to make these a little pointier too on the ends, just because that's how daffodil petals are. I'm just going to add a point to the end of these. Okay, almost done. Now this one, since this is going to be facing forward, we can't start with our stick. We're going to start with gluing our petals together. I'm going to open them up a little bit and start adding some glue. We'll put glue in the center of each of these. Okay. Then start overlapping them. I want them to form a circle. Yeah, so about 5 works for this. Or you can do 4 if it's a little too tight. Okay. I'm going to kind of press that flat. Doesn't look that good in the center, but that doesn't matter because we're going to put this there. Let's put some glue on there and then stick this to the center. There's our daffodil. For this one, I'm going to take my stick and I'm going to use one of these scrap pieces that we had from before so that I can attach the stick to the back. Just going to cut it down. It doesn't have to be too big. Put some glue on there. You might want to let this sit a little bit before you do it, but just to show you how to do it. You're going to put your stick there and then put this scrap piece over it. Almost like a band-aid, just so it sticks. And then it will all be together like that. Let me just tuck that back in. Okay. So now that we've made our flowers, and you can make a whole variety of different flowers. Once you know the basic principles, that you get trumpet shapes from this part, and you can do petals from this part of your egg carton, you can do any.